Hope you guys are having a great day. This is Blaze, and my huge goal is to become a millionaire as soon as possible. And this is very similar to a lot of young people now. They're trying to get rich sooner than later, and we try to find any way to do that. And one of those ways is going on YouTube and just searching side hustles, YOLO and money, gambling, not gambling, crypto, same thing, I don't know. No, I'm just kidding, I hold crypto. But I came across this video from Aldrich Jikh. I've watched a whole bunch of his videos. He's super entertaining, he's a magician, and most importantly, he's a finance channel, and he has this video called How He Became a Millionaire in 1 Year. Maybe he'll teach something that we don't know, or it might be another video of another YouTuber just bragging about how much money he has. But first, I've been practicing on my mentalism, which is a type of magic. So think of a color real quick. You were thinking of blue. If you were thinking of blue, you gotta subscribe. And if you were thinking of a different color, because I suck at mentalism, just like the video anyway, it's gonna help me with the algorithm. Here we go.
The first is my net worth. Not that anyone asked for it, it's just purely for my own selfish ego. Second thing we're gonna talk about is my dividend income and my dividend investing report for 2020 and how much I made last month. Then I'm going to buy a stock because doing this consistently for the better part of the last 8 years is what allowed me to sit right in front of you right here and make this video because of this passive income that allows.
Just watching now, if I didn't know Andre, I would assume that he made all his money from dividends, which I already know he hasn't, but that's what he makes it sound like. He's making all his money from dividends. But how much money do you have to invest to get all this dividend money?
Allowed me to take that risk. And a lot of people do this through different ways, like real estate. Some people do it through the stock market, and some people do it with cryptocurrency. So in this video, I want to show you.
Okay, he's right about this. You have to diversify. You can't have all your money in one basket. You can't have it all in real estate. You can't have it all in stocks. You gotta make sure you spread it out, because what if the house market just crashes like it did in 08, or maybe sooner than later? So spreading it out will lower your risk in just one asset class.
Let's begin with my net worth. All right, so I actually want to Google this first because I think there's got to be some articles about me guessing, because I've never actually revealed it before. So Aldrich Jikh net worth, sure enough, there's a few of them. So let's check this one out. Apparently, I have a net worth of $642.12 thousand, and I earn $160.53 thousand a year. That's really cool. That's wrong.
Just take a guess of how much his net worth is. Okay.
But really cool. And then there's this other one that has me at $406,000 as of January 2021. Also wrong. And then there's this one at the top that has me at $2 million of a net worth, which is very generous, but also not accurate at all. Let me show you what my actual net worth is, and I'll break it down into the 3 different components. The Russian components and the American components. No, I'm just kidding. The first one is BlockFi, which is my recent investment where I hold.
I just want to keep saying this. I'm so disappointed. He's not going to show us how he became a millionaire. He's just going to show us all his portfolios and his accounts. Which is fine. Let's just see how much his net worth is.
My cryptocurrencies, and here's my portfolio right here. So currently my BlockFi account is sitting at roughly $438,000, but of course it's cryptocurrency, so it fluctuates up and down daily, a crazy amount of money. But BlockFi is basically—
that is insane. $400,000 in crypto. But Andre is very smart. He invested in Bitcoin a long time ago. So Bitcoin has exploded recently and he's made a ton of money. So that's one really good investment he's done. Invest in Bitcoin. And I mean, if you don't have any Bitcoin or Ethereum, it's probably a really good idea too.
It'll give you and adjust your interest rate on your savings by the different currencies. So for example, if you deposit something like USDC, which is the Coinbase stable coin, which is not a crypto, it's just $1 is 1 USDC, then you'll get paid their maximum interest rate of 8.6%, which is unreal. That sounds unbelievable. And I got a lot of questions about this, if this is a legitimate company or not. And those are all great questions, because you should question everything in the cryptocurrency space and do your due diligence. But I promise it's not like a BitConnect.
Man, BlockFi is awesome. They will give you interest on your money, and I've made a video about this. You can make 10% on the crypto that you put in. It is good as a stock market, or even better, because then you also got the returns of your crypto inside the account. So yeah, BlockFi, you need to go check that out.
BitConnect. But anyway, if you're curious about how BlockFi actually makes their money, no, it's not a pyramid scheme. It's not like sign up a friend and then that friend will sign up 2 other friends and then those 2 friends will sign up 10 friends and you get their money. That's a pyramid scheme, and that's not how they make their money. Instead, they lend out our money, our crypto accounts, to other customers under very high interest rates. And the reason people come to them for these high interest rate loans is because when you go to borrow money from the traditional banking system, sure, they'll give you a lower interest rate, but the requirements to borrow money are very high, and not everyone may meet them. They look at your income, your debt to income ratio, a lot of other factors that people may not qualify for. Therefore, they charge them the higher interest rate. And once they do that, they pay us the difference between what they charge and what they pay us in interest, and that's their profit margin. So anyway, the cryptocurrency that I have in this portfolio is paying me roughly 6% per year, and this is paid out in Bitcoin, but I can select to be paid out in any other currency I want. And last month,
I'm gonna skip through some of this because it feels like a BlockFi ad. He just talks about it for 3 or 4 minutes. He's gonna make a ton of money by advertising BlockFi because he has a description below. Don't forget about that link. I got one below too. You wanna click it?
I earned 0.04 Bitcoin, which is roughly valued at $1,426, and that's an incredible amount of money to be paid for doing absolutely nothing. Now, I'm sure at some point, BlockFi is going to readjust their
$2,000 of interest is impressive, but he also has $400,000 in his portfolio. So if you think about it, it's not that impressive, but still, that's a really good return.
Adjust their interest rate to be much lower than it is now as they mature. But for now, they just want to incentivize customers to join their platform, which is why I'm taking advantage of the high interest rate. And remember, this is not monthly, this is paid out over the course of 12 months. Please check out Nexo.io and Celsius.network. There's a lot of other companies out there. BlockFi is the one I'm the most familiar with and the one that I use, but if you want to do the same thing I'm doing, you can use this code right here and get up to $250 worth of free Bitcoin. Just remember that
I told you he's gonna say link in the description below.
Crypto is very, very volatile and my net worth fluctuates a lot because of this portfolio. So instead, maybe you might want to consider doing what I did when I first started, which is to invest in the stock market. More specifically, into dividend blue chip stocks, which don't fluctuate much in value at all. So let me show you that, and then we'll buy some stonks. So here's my Robinhood portfolio right here, and it's worth roughly $282,000, which is nice, but it's not as nice as the income that this pays me without having to sell a single stock. So the grand total for 2020 from dividend income has been $7,638, which is pretty cool because even though it pays me dividends,
$7,000 on dividends is really good as well, but he has $200,000 in his account. So if you're trying to replicate what he's trying to do, because this is how you become a millionaire, this is gonna be very difficult for an average American who's just working a 9 to 5. He's a YouTuber, I'm not hating on Andre, but he's making a lot of money on YouTube. He hasn't told us any way how we can make $1 million. All he's telling us is how he's investing his $1 million, not how he actually made it. And we all know where he's making it. YouTube, baby.
Been crushing it. For example, people thought I was crazy for buying ExxonMobil when everything was dipping. Let me show you something. Remember when the futures contracts market for oil was negative?
I had ExxonMobil, and I sold it like a freaking idiot. So Andre's way smarter than me, so yeah.
$37 per barrel. People thought it was the end of oil. New paradigm, we're going electric, but I know better. I think oil is gonna stay around for a long, long time. So when it was unpopular, I continued to buy ExxonMobil. So let me show you this. Let's look at ExxonMobil in the last 3 months and see what it's done. So you can see that in the last 3 months, it has gained 40%, which is insane. In comparison, the stock market per year will get anywhere between 7 to 9% on average. So we can even look that up. We'll look at VOO, which is the ETF. So VOO, and we can see that in the
gas stocks have recovered tremendously. Luckily, I have 2 gas stocks, so I saw a benefit for this. If you did not invest in some gas when it dropped, I'm sorry. You could have been a millionaire.
Last 3 months, it has grown roughly 7.5% in comparison to oil's 40% in that same time frame. One thing I've learned about investing in the stock market though is something that a lot of younger investors don't really do because they're too busy chasing the popular stock. And that is, at some point, we have to be a value conscious investor.
Don't just chase the popular stocks or the meme stocks. Almost every single popular stock or meme stock has crashed eventually. So Look for those stocks that have a lot of value and have a potential to grow. And just do your own research.
Much dividends I made in December of 2020. So let me open up Robinhood and show you in the bottom right-hand corner. Go ahead, click on account statements, and I'm gonna show you that I almost made $1,000. So $960.57. That is without selling a single stock. That is a 13% year-over-year increase from the previous year before that. And that's pretty cool because it shows me that the dividend snowball is real and it continues to pay me even more through dividend raises. Last month in December, I had 12 companies give me dividend raises, all totaling $24. And
Andre has a ton of videos about dividend stocks and how you can make a ton of money on dividends. I recommend you watch some of those because you can make some decent money on the dividends. You're not gonna become a millionaire, but you'll still make a good decent amount, maybe a couple $100 to $1,000 depending on how much you invest. If you have over $200,000, you might make $7,000. But yeah, go check out those videos that he has. It's brilliant. It's a good way of making some extra money.
I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but remember, active income is not the same as passive income, because in order to make $24.71, you need to invest $617.75 at 4% to make that same $24, which is money I didn't have to invest. So between the raises, between the BlockFi income and the dividend income, the grand total for December to around $3,000 and my total invested assets at around $720,457.
This is not how he's making millions of dollars. This is just how he's making a little bit of extra money. And I don't think in this video he's gonna tell us how he's gonna make $1 million. It's just more him being braggadocious, but he's really cool about it, and it's really interesting where he puts his money and how he does get some extra money.
That's not my entire net worth. I'll show it to you in just a minute, but I wanna make a little more than $3,000 a month. That's because there was a lot of mental gymnastics in this video, and healthcare is gonna play a much bigger role in the future than it does for me today. And because I'm a contrarian, I wanna look at stocks that people aren't necessarily buying. So I wanna look at tech. That's because the Democrats are mostly in control of the government. So people are afraid that the tech stocks are going to face a lot of negative regulation, and so there was a lot of fear and there was a big sell-off of tech. And there's one stock specifically that I cannot get enough of that is almost never going down, and that is, drumroll, Apple. All right, so let me jump back into Robinhood and buy the stock. And
I have a ton of tech stocks and that's just killing me. Luckily, I'm still up like 54%, but those tech stocks, man, what in the world? Gosh, they're going to rebound, I promise you. They're just gonna do really well. And it looks like he's about to buy Apple, which I have, and it hasn't really been going down a ton. It's been growing slowly. Another tech stock I have is Tesla, and it's burning me. Hopefully it goes back up.
I apologize if you see me do this 1,000 times before, but there's a lot of people that watch my videos that have never seen me do this, and I don't want to assume that they know how. So let's quickly jump into Robinhood and the little magnifying glass. I'm gonna type in Apple, and we're gonna go to the Apple stock and hit trade in the bottom right and hit buy. Now at this point, I could buy it using dollars, like I put in $100 and just buy $100 worth, but I don't wanna do that because it's gonna place a market order for me, which is gonna potentially buy the stock at a slightly higher value than what I want to. See, he agrees. Now in the upper right-hand corner, I am going to hit limit order. So once I do that, I can place the actual price that I do want to pay for the stock. And right now it says $126.82. So once the market opens on Monday, which is the time you're watching this video, I'm going to buy it, and hopefully when the market closes, by the time it does, I will be able to buy my shares. And that order is good until Tuesday at 1 p.m. Continue, and I'm gonna buy a lot. I'm gonna buy 100 shares worth because I have way too much cash in my Robinhood account and I need to put it to work.
Oh man, I have so much money. It's such a terrible problem to have. Let me just get this stock. I'm just messing. Oh gosh, gotta have a little bit of fun with him. He has a ton of money.
2016, I wish I had done it sooner, but it really encourages you to keep on going because you can actually see the progress on paper, and it's super cool. You can find it in my Patreon link down below. So now that I've bought the stock, let me show you all the money that I have invested in the stock market across all of my accounts. So this is my retirement account with M1 Finance, my Webull account, and my Robinhood account. The grand total is $329,000.
I'm gonna have to say, this video has the most ads I've seen in an Andre video. It's like every 2 minutes is a freaking ad. You know he's balling from this video. He's gonna be making more money from this video from ads than most people are gonna make in a whole year. Oh gosh. But hey, it's smart. I'm saying Andre is a hard worker and he makes great videos. So good on him. I'm saying good on him for sure.
Now my cash position is actually $1,428,000. And it's not
$1.4 million? Oh my gosh. And this whole video is him supposed to be telling us how he makes millions. Oh man, 1.4 million. That's crazy. That's awesome.
It's not actually showing the full amount because I have around $50,000 scattered somewhere that isn't shown here, but that really sounded sketchy. It's just in a different brokerage account. But that is a lot of cash. And the reason that I keep so much is because A, I have a huge tax bill that's due, and B, I want to buy a house and I can't actually get a loan because I haven't been properly incorporated for 2 years. So they're not going to give me a mortgage that is a prime rate. So I have some firepower around just in case I want to buy a house. But this brings the—
What? No firepower? I mean, you only have $1.4 million in your account. Yeah, I think you're going to be A-okay, brother.
total net worth to $2,195,457, and that's not actually counting the income that I'm gonna make this month, which is one of my biggest incomes.
Good on him. It's just amazing. I strive for this and I watch his videos because I strive to be him, and a little bit of jealousy there. Oh, look at how much money I got. Yeah, it's fake. It's not real. Gosh. So overall, it's pretty cool that Andre showed us how he's investing his millions by crypto, by stocks, stock dividends, and he has a ton of cash just sitting around. He's not making a lot of money off his millions. He could be having it in other accounts. And a little bit of insider information. I watched a video where he showed how much he made in 2020, and it was a ridiculous amount on YouTube. It was like $2 million from affiliates to advertising, from everything that he does, almost $2 million. I think this video was a little bit of a clickbait, but it was still interesting to see. Anyway, that video made me feel really poor. How about you guys? Yeah. But we can all strive to be Andre, from saving, investing, and working our butts off, and we can eventually get there. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out Andre's channel. He's really awesome, and I've used him in like 2 of my videos to do reactions, because why not? So I will see you in the next video.
Breath. That's
Dave,
no one's fault but yours.
I don't think that's fair. I'm trying my best, and
It's your fault in this country if you retire broke.